We got a girl named A, a girl named Bree, a girl named Karina with a K, not a C. We invite thee to come and speak. Talk about your life and your truth. What's the tea? No judgments here, so have no fear. We let that be known, yes, loud and clear. Come on, stay tuned. Log on to YouTube, see it all, hear it all. Here at the girls' room.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm A Monet.
I'm Bree with the T.
And I'm Karina with a K. Okay. And
we are the girls' room. Ow.
When she do that.
So how was everybody's day?
My day was great because I was off today. So I went to get me a facial. And I was downtown, Midtown West, walking around. It was so beautiful outside.
Yeah.
Sucks for you guys. That was stuck inside.
Doing that, yeah, Monday through Friday, bullshit, fucking shit. Yeah, don't even ask me about my day. I'm just happy I'm here.
Yo, A, how was your day?
My job pisses me off as regular, but that's another story.
Don't be talking about your job while we live.
Yeah, who better come and arrest me?
Oh, it sucks? All right, you fired.
No, let's get into trending topics because I just want to talk my shit.
I'm ready to talk the shit because there was a lot of shit going on this week.
That's why we decided on this week's theme to be empathy. And if you guys don't know the definition of empathy, I'm going to give that to y'all. The ability to understand and share the feelings of others. And honestly, I just feel like a lot of us have been raised to just not show emotion and not show feelings and not show any type of feeling. And I feel like, people may shoot me down for saying this, but I don't care. This is the perfect time for me to just put Kanye West into my theme because I feel like whenever Kanye do show feelings or emotions or he's standing in his truth and I said what I said, we look at him like, oh my God, look at him, he's acting crazy, he got bipolar, he's this, he's that, mental illness.
Not because it's either nothing or extreme. Like ain't nothing in the middle.
He be saying and doing some crazy stuff, so you can't even lie.
I feel like he's emotional because he's passionate about whatever it is that he's arguing about at the moment. And who are we to say he's crazy or he's having a mental breakdown or this, that, and the third? Like, who are we to say he's not really? No, but I'm saying that is how people make him out to be. Like, he can't show no emotion. He can't show no feelings. Like, even when Tyrese was going on his little emotional rant on Instagram a lot. Like,
that was funny.
First of all, anyhow, anybody cry on Instagram or any social media outlet, I'm judging you. I'm sorry.
It's funny.
It
depends on the
it's
situation.
Just kind of like we're not used to seeing people cry. Like, people don't usually want attention when they're crying. Mm-hmm. So for you to debut that's a little...
I mean, maybe he felt like... Maybe people like that feel like they don't have nobody else to...
Social media is not an outlet for them.
It could be.
They don't support there.
It could be for certain people. That's the thing. And what I've me being a blogger for so long, what I had to get away from was judging people because I didn't want to be that blogger. Like, the way people look at Wendy Williams, they look what she's going through. Majority of the people don't feel bad for her, and that's bad. I never want to be in the public eye and be going through something and people look at me like, well, who gives a fuck what Britney going through because she always sitting there talking about people all day. Da-da-da. Like, I never want people to ever look at me like that. I really want people to have empathy towards my situation. Look at where we work at. I could easily sit here and say, I'm not going to show this patient empathy because look where they from. They from my neighborhood. But that would make me look like the big... Exactly. So awful. I could never do that to somebody, and I feel like that is the way America is, and that's why certain people for other countries
I'm not gonna generalize
really
like
America because look at everything we were raised to believe in.
Like, you have to carry yourself.
I mean, if you're not empathetic,
she don't seem like she's empathetic. Really... She seems like she's. It seems like Wendy Williams. Like it seems like she sold her soul to put other people on blast, and that's not cool.
I mean, it's her job.
So if you put people on blast, get ready to be put on blast yourself.
You could say, I don't want to say that. Like, you don't want to. Why would you want to tarnish somebody else's life? Like, you making somebody else go through social media horror. You make somebody else go through depression and all that because these fans are attacking them by the shit that you fucking saying. That's
how you think? So how you
50 cents sometimes for clapping back at her because he.
So how you think? So how you think Kanye West be feeling? How you think
Listen,
I'm just saying.
I never said anything crazy about Kanye. I just be watching. But, like, he is who he is. Like, I don't know.
He's just crazy. Yeah, but he's his character.
Nah, America
and
needs
Kanye is always family because
America needs to be more empathetic with people, because at the end of the day, look at what just happened a couple of days ago.
I'm very empathetic to that. Well,
sympathetic. And I just feel like, I feel like a lot of people aren't empathetic, because I feel like if you're sitting on social media still resharing the videos of him getting shot in the parking lot, or resharing the video of Lauren London breaking down in the hospital, that does not show empatheticness at all. I don't even know if that's a word.
Empathy.
But empathy. Yeah. That does not show empathy at all. That shows people who sitting there, let me do this for the likes, because I know I'm gonna get a lot of likes. Like, come on, what type of shit is that? Even when I see videos of people falling in the train station, or the train going over their body and stuff like that, and people really record it and put it on social media. So
that's just that generation.
People are not empathetic at all.
But that's just a generation now.
Okay, those people are not empathetic. Yeah. I'm not one to record stuff. Like
that's what I'm saying, and it's the generation now. Because back in the day, you wouldn't see a lot of the.
Because we didn't have anything to record with. We didn't have that to be so easily accessible.
Back in the day, people would be like, "I'm gonna mind my business, but I'm gonna watch from afar." That was their way of pulling the camera out and not really doing anything. Because
but sometimes I feel like sometimes it's okay to record, because like with the whole case with that 15-year-old.
Who, Trayvon Martin?
No, the 15-year-old last summer.
Junior.
Junior. Thank God people were recording that. Yeah. And I say that because
wasn't that from a street camera?
That was a street camera.
No, somebody was recording from their apartment, and that captured everything.
But
that
look how many times the video got shared.
I get it, but it's good that happened, because then cops were able to find that there was they caught like 13 people.
But they was
the camera of the store only caught like 3 or 4. That's a huge difference.
No, from the camera view that I seen, it was a lot of them. It was
okay, but there was one camera from an apartment. The camera from the store, it only shot in front of the store. There was a lot of things that was happening in the streets where you didn't see that on the store camera. So I feel like in certain cases it's okay. Like if this is all you can do is record, at least then we know what happened, because now we can see footage. As opposed to just like
respect me enough to don't record me. If I'm getting my ass beat, if I fall, if something fall on me, don't record me.
All right, so then you go to court and it's your word against somebody else.
Listen, I don't want to be recorded. I don't, because 9 times out of 10 is going to be put on social media,
but social media will help you. Sometimes social media help you find justice. But the cameras, the recording.
But like you said,
nowadays everybody's recording.
You didn't say a person.
No, I think that even people recording is good.
In her situation, the recording is good if you don't have like nobody.
How many times?
It depends on what type of intentions the person have. Because if the person have malice in their heart for you, they ain't using it for good. Let's be real. So if it's up to me, I don't want to be recorded. I don't want that. People be at funerals recording shit. It's just dumb as hell.
That's
dumb.
That's different.
And in the light of Nipsey Hussle, I just wish people would respect him, Lauren, and his family, and just stop resharing. Stop trying to be a detective. The blogs, I wish the blogs would stop. Just if it's not something like, praying for him and his family, don't post it. Respect the situation enough to not do that. And this is why I say America is just like, America needs to unlearn a lot of shit. A lot of people need to unlearn a lot, like for real, because everybody, it's just sad. It's just ridiculous. Like, I hate going on social media now because I see so much ignorant shit.
But I just want to say, like, the Nipsey Hussle death was like really, 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 it was really emotional for me. For one, I'm not gonna say I was his top fan, because I didn't listen to a lot of music.
I just knew who he was.
I just knew he was. Yeah, like I said, like she said, I knew who he was as a person. I knew what he was, but I knew what he was doing for his community. As far as what happened, is really unfortunate, and I feel so bad for Lauren. I feel so bad for his family. Like, he was doing so much, and he was like a good leader. And like, if you wasn't a fan and you wasn't following him, you would not recognize that until his death. Yeah. Like, after his death, like then you would see like, oh, he owned like 18 business in LA. Like, he did this for Crenshaw. He did this for everything, and it's like he died in front of his own store.
Yeah.
And news just came out today that he died trying to help his friend who came out of jail. Who just came out of jail. Like, he was giving him free clothes from his clothing store, which is the Marathon, for those who don't know. And it's just like, wow. And it says that he didn't want security because that's what he was doing. So imagine if he had his security. Did y'all see the video when he got
I did.
killed?
I did. Watch it.
All right, even if you didn't see the video, it was just like, you see that he had the possible chance of living. Like, and that's like
in what sense? I didn't see that.
Right, because then he get shot multiple times.
He got shot like 6 times.
But if you seen the video, he got shot one time. Then the shooter, he ran around.
He kept coming back.
He got scared. You can see he gets scared. Coming back, going around, blah, blah, blah. Come back, shoot him again 3 more times. Now you running around doing all this other crazy shit. Then you come back and shoot him again in his head. Then you kick him. That's different.
I know. I didn't watch the video.
That's a hit. That's a hit out there. And
I don't want to see that.
That's sad. I feel so bad. I really feel bad for Lauren.
How do y'all feel about the conspiracy theories?
I don't believe in that.
People trying to say like,
they're trying to read the Dr. Sebi theory.
Sebi.
Yeah, Dr. Sebi theory.
I knew of Dr. Sebi and all his treatments because I've actually researched some of it. But I honestly think that today's people, even if they knew about how to, cure or treat things, they wouldn't do it. Because people nowadays want a quick fix for everything. They want to go to the hospital, get a shot, and I'm done. Mm-hmm. What his thing is it's really just eating like natural foods to the point that your immune system is so strong that every disease dies. A disease will not prosper. People don't want to do that.
It can't be one day where you're just
it's not.
Tea.
It's not. It doesn't take one day. Sometimes it takes a couple weeks.
Years.
You gotta not years. It takes a couple weeks
for you to get to
get cured. But you have to. It's a very strict diet, and you have to also fast and meditate, I guess, through it. So I think that's what Lisa Left Eye was doing.
Yeah.
So she was like, fasting for most of the day. You can only eat certain things while you're fasting. Like if you're like,
that's what
you're like getting really weak. But and then after even the vegetables that we believe like, oh, these are vegetables. There's certain fruits and vegetables you can't even eat on this fast because mucus. The whole thing is mucus. Mucus causes diseases to thrive. So you have to rid your body of that for a certain amount of time so that whatever disease you do have dies. Like, honestly, unless you're like really disciplined, it's kind of hard to do it. And a lot of people would rather take meds their whole life than do that for 2 weeks, for 2-3 weeks.
I learned a lot from the doctor too, because one thing I read from him was that we can't eat pineapples. Because pineapples
causes mucus. Bananas,
and acid,
avocado,
and acid in your stomach.
Cauliflower's not even a real vegetable.
It's not.
Yeah.
And I love cauliflower, so I'd be thinking that I'm like doing something by eating it, but it's not even a real vegetable.
I realized it today with my daughter being sick, and I hated to hit up my friend who's a vegan because he get on my nerves, but I had to hit him up because I'm like, yo, like my daughter got this cough. She had this cough for a while. I fed her bottle this morning. She puked the whole damn bottle up. So I'm just like,
well, milk causes mucus.
So yeah, he said that. He was like, it's the formula, and I'm like, well, how am I? No, I stopped. Like, and the thing is, with people, like I told him on the phone, I'm like, people act like breastfeeding is just this easy thing that just comes, and no, it's not, because first of all, the milk is not even coming out your boob. It's something else that's coming out your boob. And your baby's hungry. And Nova be hungry. So I'm like, it just was a lot. Nova didn't latch on. I'm like, okay. So I had to, substitute the formula for it. So it's like, a lot of these conspiracy theories, I try not to play into it because you will have yourself going crazy, trying to control everything. And it's like, I just feel like we all gonna die one day. And that's so shitty and ignorant to say, but it's the truth, though. We all gonna die one day, whether we dying from somebody offing us or natural cause or slipping fall, whatever the case is. We're all gonna die one day. So the way I look at life is, I'm gonna ride this out to the fullest, because you never know. You could walk outside your house and something fall on you and you die. Like, you just never know. So, I'm not saying just inject bad shit into your body, but Just live
That's
your
what
life.
they say.
It's too much.
They tell us to
these
do this.
conspiracy theories, but
they tell us to do this. They
I
tell
don't
us
even
to
want
do
to talk
that.
about the last part because I just feel like
I really don't either.
Yeah, I don't. So
we wrapped it up.
I'm so happy we agreed on that.
Yeah, we did. It was easy and simple.
So we be back.
I am.
Been a month or two, 8 weeks for me exactly, since we sat and talked for hours. Girl, it just ain't right when you give me the runaround. I can't even give you flowers.
And we have our next guest, a music producer.
He's a mogul,
musician.
period.
He's doing it all right now.
He gives
in
back to the
industry.
community.
Yes.
Period.
So if you don't know him, you're
He's a
about to know
drummer.
him right
Period.
now. Give it up for Amadeus.
Okay, with the banging.
That's the
Come on in.
She over here banging tables.
I was having a good time. I was out there way in line.
Don't do that.
What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. I could be better.
How you feeling? Why?
Very challenging week. You already know why.
I don't.
Yeah.
Can you tell
You
us
already
why
know
you
why.
How you feel?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard.
man, that was tough. I had
That
a
was
tough
horrible.
Monday, man.
I
went to-
really hope that it was a joke because I was like,
Yeah.
no.
Nah, I knew it was an
I really thought he was gonna live. I really, cause at first
I got the
just
news when it was over, like, because everybody
Me too.
kept posting it. So I was like, let me read a caption, and it said "Rest in peace." I'm like, what?
Yeah, I didn't see it until the end too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the world we live in, though, man. You know, so it ain't nothing shocking about it. It just sucks that it's him.
Nah, I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was shocked and
Not
not
me.
shocked at the same time.
Man, so
Like,
much
why
hate.
it had to be him?
It's a lot of hate, and
There's a lot of hate in
I
the
think
world,
Diddy he posted something. He was saying like it's so sad that people hate themselves and hate their people and just want to go out and do stuff like that. Like he don't understand how people don't wake up and how people wake up and don't want to love, and it's like
Right.
I don't get that. Like when people do effed up things to me, I just look at them like
Right.
you ain't gonna win with a child of God. So
Amen.
karma gonna come and get you. So
Amen.
like,
But how do
it's
you
just,
feel about that? Do you think it was more like a conspiracy theory, like the?
Nah, just hate, man.
I
Just
thought
hate.
it was one of his
Just
boys,
hate.
like
Just
someone he
hate.
used to hang out
Yeah, I
with.
heard that too. But
They
I'm
have a
thinking-
picture of him, like in a group picture.
But do you
Nipsey
think
as
like
opposed
that
to the
was just
killer.
like for a front for the media, or like what do you really?
We're gonna
think?
keep hearing different,
That
we're gonna
it
keep
is.
hearing different stories, but at the end of the day, it all goes back to hate. Like, simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just was watching the video right before I came in.
What video?
It's a video online of, I think it's a business partner from the store. And I never seen that video before. And he's like, yeah, the dude came up to him. He was saying he was a rapper, this and that. And he said, I left him for like 3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And went in the store and did something and came back out. And he had already shot him. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're gonna hear different things because at the end of the day, then you see him in pictures with him.
yeah.
So was he a really rapper? Was he? Is either way,
People
man.
just need to mind their business and let the authorities handle
Right,
it. And
right.
everybody needs to get off of social media and stop trying to be a damn detective.
Right.
Act like they work for Law and Order SV. Stop it.
Yeah.
Let the people who's qualified to do the job
Right.
do their job. So let's just get into
Yeah, we out here though.
this
So rest in peace,
interview.
Nipsey Hussle,
Yeah.
man.
Rest in peace.
Prayers up to his wife, his kids, his family.
His wife, because people
Yeah.
don't understand that was his wife, man. His
Right.
girlfriend.
Not his
I didn't
girlfriend.
even know, but that was his wife.
We all
I
knew.
knew that was
I
his
didn't
wife.
know.
We
The
knew.
best way to
She's
be,
very
though.
low key.
Yeah, it's
I
the
knew
best
that
way
was
to
his
be.
wife.
Keep people out of your business, man.
Exactly.
But let's get into this interview. So, Amadeus.
Yes, ma'am.
We know, be in this industry, you be hustling.
Oh, yeah.
I had to do my research on you because, I'm free with the T. So, I got a little industry friends. I'm like, So they informed me that you worked with a lot of different artists.
Yes.
And, you just stayed busy. So what opportunity did you feel was your big break, going into the music industry?
Man, I've been doing this for 18 years now.
Wow.
Started really young. I was in high school when I was making beats and decided to become
What high
a
school
producer.
did you go to?
Cardinal Hayes High School. I'm a Bronx king. I'm a Bronx king.
So yeah, you heard it cathedral, right? That's where
That's where you went?
I went to the cathedral.
Girls used to go like, girl, you on the Cardinal Hayes?
Nah, but Cardinal Hayes dudes used to stand outside of
I was out there. I was out there.
They would not let us out until they cleared the block.
I was out there.
Principal did not play.
I was out there. Yeah, my god sister went there, so I had to little up and up. Like, yo, who's that? Yeah. So I was out there.
What years did you go to Cardinal?
I graduated in '99.
Oh, just a few years before me.
Yeah. So yeah, I was out
Karina
there.
don't want to say her age.
Why not?
Oh, nah,
I'm 38.
I graduated in 2006.
2006.
How old are you,
Okay.
Karina?
I'm 30, about to be 31.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Hey. No sound effects.
Oh, you're 38?
Yeah, I'm 38.
You don't
man.
look good.
You sure?
You don't.
So I got these little. I got to feel a little gray. You see it, right?
I'm still young.
Yo, shout out to Young M.A., man. Today's her birthday. She in Dubai. Yeah, she's in Dubai turning up, man. I got a lot of records with her, so shout out to Young M.A.
Yeah, because you work with her. You work with a lot of different
Petty Wop
artists.
and Practice. And we working.
Trey Songz.
How was it like working with all those different artists?
It's dope. I mean, everybody has their own vibe, their own personalities, their own spirits, their own ways of working. So it's great. I'm just humbled to, just do what I do as a musician, as a producer, to just be able to work with artists that are great, that are doing their thing, that I hear on the radio, like, oh man, that's, Chris Brown on Amadeus track. That's Trey Songz on it, you know what I'm saying? So it's a great feeling. It's always a great feeling. Even though I've been doing this for a long time, I'm never jaded by it. I'm humbled by it. I'm appreciative, and I just...
It feels the same all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Yeah. I feel like we're just honored you're having
No, I'm honored to be here.
Very honored to have you.
I'm honored to be here.
I had my head big for a couple of weeks. Like, I don't even know. We did an interview. Don't even ask when we get on. Like, I was low key excited about this. But
Thank you,
before we
guys.
go on to the next question, I just wanted to ask, like, is the music industry really like, I hear people say it's like evil and you gotta be careful. Is it really like that?
Yeah. It's like any business. There's always sharks in the water in regards to, whether it's sports, whether it's entertainment, whether it's whatever it is, there's always someone somewhere, trying to do foul or be whack. You know what I mean? So it's just about really understanding and knowing the business. And knowing the do's and the don'ts and having a team, not a big team. Right. When people say team, you think of this whole entourage. It's like, nah, if you have a good attorney, you may need a manager depending on where you are in your career. I don't have a manager, I just have an attorney and we just do the do. I'm Dolo. I rose Dolo from state to state.
DJ Khaled said that right in his book in the Keys. He said, it's good to have a team, but not too many people on your team.
Not too many hands in the pot.
Exactly, because you see people don't really want to work when you got too many people around you. So he's like, you got to make sure your team is solid and you got people who actually want to work and want to do something.
Right,
because,
and not just
like
be around.
Said, I got my dudes, they come with me, whatever, but they know they got to work. Like, what you doing? Like, you charge people to take pictures with me. You do something like we all gotta work. You can't just be trying to
out
reap
there,
the benefits.
Right. Just looking good. Just looking good. You gotta put the work in.
So how do you choose? How do you know your perfect circle?
It's a feeling, man.
Right people?
It's a feeling. It's an energy, it's a vibe, and one thing that I would say is sustain me is just understanding who I am as an individual, knowing what I like, and what my moral standards are and my values are, and it's just having people around me that's similar. Like basically, if I create a team, I want to look at you and feel like I'm looking at me. You know what I'm saying? If I can't do that, if that's not the situation, then I just rather be by myself.
Do you consider yourself a spiritual person? Like,
very, very,
burn sage, pray,
do you pray?
Meditate?
Absolutely, every day. During the day, when I wake up, when I go to bed, before I eat, but not perfect. Because you gotta be careful, man. You say you're spiritual, and you have a relationship with God, and people think, you cross all your T's and dot all your I's. Nah.
Oh, I know that, because she always coming at me for my beliefs. Like, this girl, mind you, she got her own, so.
Listen.
I can't do nothing.
I'm very transparent. I tell
it's like you tell them you one thing, and they put all these rules. You be putting me in a box. You out here saying, don't put people in a... You put me in a box.
I do, because
you this, you can't do this. And
you know
can't
what it
do
is?
This,
I look at Karina like she's perfect. So I always look at her like, Karina, what would I do?
Really? I'm so honored. You ain't
that's a compliment. You gotta bring me around. She's never told me that. gotta bring me around.
I don't need to tell you that. Your hair's already big.
That makes me feel like I'm doing something right.
I really go to her
hug you after this.
Her advice is so like one day I was stressing and she's like, Brittany, write down 5 things that you're blessed about. Then she said, write down 5 things that you feel like is not good about you. I was like, and then it really worked. So I'm like, I gotta have people like that around me because, when you like sometimes like
I'm just happy she listened because people don't take that advice.
My friends is probably gonna watch this and be like, oh, here Brittany go. Like I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, when you constantly hear negative about yourself all the time, sometimes that's what you're gonna feed into.
Right.
So when you do hear good, you be like, stop. And then people look at you like, no, like you're really this and you're really that, and it's so like I'm transitioning to have more people around me who uplift me because it's so easy to get stuck into like, I grew up with this person, this is my cousin, but those ain't good people. But you're like, no, but this is my cousin. I don't know for 50 years or whatever. And it's like, but no, you need to unlearn and unbreak away.
But you know what else? You have to learn how to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say those things to yourself. You know, it's like before you can kind of be around people and put people in your circle and kind of get energy from other people, you got to be able to be alone. Like I'm fine with being dolo. I'm fine with being.
That's me, and I think that's why people get so mad.
Who mad? Who get mad too?
You get mad when
people
you
get mad.
yourself.
That's me. Like
people
I
look at it like you're unapproachable. You're angry.
Like for me, like everybody knows. Like I always want to be. Most of the time, I want to be alone.
Right.
Like, and when I'm alone, I'm fine with just texting you, calling you, speaking to you on the phone. Like, cause when I'm alone, I'm reading books. Like I'm learning new things.
Right.
I'm getting hot. I'm doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing my own thing. So it's like that's like my meditation for me, and that's how I can open up to my friends, like my circle and and people around me. Because if I don't know myself,
that's true.
I'm going to teach y'all anything.
More people need to learn that, like spending time with yourself, it could get addicting. And sometimes it's just like, I really don't want y'all in my space.
No, people need to. I love these girls to death. These are my friends, like my sisters. Like if anything happens to me, of course I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna talk to them and everything like that. But it's just like sometimes you just gotta learn yourself. Yeah. And then they don't get like why I be like I came in here with an attitude. I didn't even come in here with an attitude. I said something like crazy, like, bitch, I got your bag. Like, come down. Like, something like that. But it's just like, I looked out for your bag. Like, I see your bag was there. You left it. I picked it up. You didn't coming at me. It's just like,
No, facts. Life is about a balance.
Yeah, it's just about balance. It's just about learning people. And I love my circle. And I just love, everybody around me.
That's a good feeling to be in.
Come into the
a moment.
You'll come into mine after, okay?
Yeah. Wow.
And I know a lot of people you used to work with. Yeah.
Who?
Unfortunately.
Who? You started it. Come on, man.
Exactly.
We out here.
Can't bite your tongue at the girls' room.
Let's go. Who?
You used to work with Jarrett Reed, right? Jay Reed.
Jay Reed.
I remember him.
Artist?
A videographer.
Why you say used to?
You still work with him. That's what he said.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, he said, yeah. I mean, I don't know if y'all still work because I haven't.
I haven't worked with him in a while, but no apparent reason or nothing, He actually, I actually met him through my brother Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
So Jay put me with him a long time ago, and then I found an actual cousin of mine that did the same thing. So I kind of like put him to work. So it was nothing personal. Now he's a genius at what he does.
Yeah, he is.
And I'm like, if I can feed someone, like if I could feed a family member or feed a close friend, I'm always do that.
See, I like you.
You know what I'm saying? So he's super dope. It's all love. He's super dope. Yeah, he actually captured my first stop on the Music 101 college tour I did at was it York University, I think it was, or something to that nature. But he's dope. Like really, really dope. Yeah, that's all. Listen, man. That's all. I have no issues.
No malice.
I'm just saying. I'm saying because you just never know. You never know.
Words and twist them.
You never know. You know, so you don't get a phone call from me in a while. You might feel away. Nah, man.
But it's because you busy. People just gotta understand that. And, like, you
he's dope.
Hard
He's a dope. He's dope visually. He's dope at what he does. Or shout out to Jay. Shout out to Jay.
But speaking about your music tour, you know. Giving back to our youth is very important to you, as I noticed. And you launched with your team in 2015 the college.
Yes, look at the research. Look at the research.
College.
Look at the research.
Okay.
Look at the research.
Educate people.
Look at you.
About the music business.
Yes.
It's very important because, you know,
absolutely.
a lot of things we don't know about in the music business.
That's right.
Why is music so important to our youth, you feel?
I mean, it saved me.
Amen.
You know, I'm from the Bronx. I'm from 169th and Washington Avenue. Very challenging neighborhood.
You're from over there. I went to Morris High School.
Oh, really?
What high school did you go to?
Connell Hayes.
He's at Connell
Hayes.
Did you not listen?
No, she was listening. Her eyes a little chinky. And I know she ain't Asian, so I'm just saying, I know what that is.
He did say Connell Hayes.
Yeah, that neighborhood is rough.
Yeah, they call that.
I don't know how y'all made it down to Cathedral from Cardinal Hayes after school. Like, I really don't know.
No,
y'all cut class or something?
No. The only days.
What time y'all got out?
The only days we made it to your school is that we had a half a day. Y'all didn't. Now there was.
I felt like y'all was there every day.
No.
High school is in Manhattan.
I know it was but it was an all girl. What was it?
All girls school. That's why the guys' school, all guys came to our all girls.
So did that have like prom together and stuff like that?
No.
Like, you know, eat.
We had a dance though. Did y'all come to our dance? We had a dance.
I wasn't invited. But I was not invited.
Your school was invited. We didn't personally send your invitation, but the school was invited.
How were they invited? Because I know our principal would not let us know because she was not about that life.
I'm trying to think. Did y'all come? I don't know, but it was popping.
It would have to be individually
we was in the gym.
invited.
It was just us, our school, and it was just a plethora
Listen,
of women.
In our prom,
you graduated in what?
99.
In 2006.
Well, she probably wasn't. Yeah,
but listen, and our principal was so hardcore. Like during prom,
I don't think she. Yeah,
I got stopped on the dance floor because I was grinding with somebody. But I was at prom.
How grinding? How?
Mind you,
show us.
Hold up.
Show us. I don't believe you. We need more people. Show us.
It doesn't end there. He wasn't even my date.
He wasn't what?
He wasn't even my date.
Wow, Karina with the K. Okay.
We heard you, Karina.
You learn something new every day.
To me, they were like, you gotta stop. So I went and got in the middle of the crew, and then I started doing the same thing.
Did you guys know that?
No.
See, you gotta bring me around, man.
We're getting off the topic of the question. Why is music so important? Like you said, you grew up in
it's like I said, it saved me. It was rough. And it was kind of my only outlet that didn't lead to trouble. You know what I'm saying? That didn't lead me to doing bad things. I went to church. I went to school. You know, you can relate going to Catholic school. It's mass. It's religion class. It's all of those different things, which, you know, I frowned upon growing up. But as a man, you know, as an adult with kids, it's like, I get it, mommy. I get it, daddy. And I appreciate y'all. I gave him a hard time. You know, especially when it came to going to Connell Hayes. It was an old boys school. I was like, what are y'all doing to me?
I cried.
Yo,
I cried.
What are y'all?
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry nothing, but you know.
You cried in your room like,
yeah, like a little sniffle. But my first pick was Spelman, and you know why? It was co-ed. No, it was co-ed. Yeah, boys and girls.
I didn't even know we had Spelman in the Bronx.
Yeah, it was in the Bronx.
It's in a real low key neighborhood.
Yeah. It's in the Bronx.
I don't know where it's in the Bronx, but
it's like
don't know
Edenwald, near Edenwald Projects, kind of like where 227th. Yeah, Connell Spelman. Yep.
Oh, Cardinal Spelman. Okay.
Yeah. My cousin went there
down south. I never.
Yeah, they got one. Yeah, you talking about one in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
They got one. Yep, they got a high school, a co-ed joint. I was trying so hard.
It's a really good school too.
Me too, man.
So what did you do after you graduated, Cardinal Hayes?
I just stayed focused on the music.
Did you go to college?
I went to college for like 2 days.
She said 2 days.
No, for real. I went to Mercy College on White Plains.
I know that's
private school, expensive.
Listen, they just had a studio, and I was just trying to figure out how to work the studio, and they were taking too long teaching me how to work the studio.
Which they do in
So I went to the dean's office. This is a true story. Went to the dean's office and was like, So when am I going to get in the studio? He said, you're not going to get in the studio till your third year. So I said, well, let me see the studio. How about that? Never seen the studio. Went to the studio. Everything was very vintage. Not vintage in a good way, because musicians love vintage, but not like vintage in a good way. So it was just like the studio, the little keyboard and MPC that I had in my house was better than the entire studio that they had in the school. So I just looked at him in his eyes, and I said, today is going to be my last day. And he tried to talk. We went back to the office. He tried to talk me out of it, and I was like, nah, this ain't it.
And look at you now.
Yeah,
but what was your plan though? Like, what was you thinking at the moment?
Let me tell you something. The way I dreamt was just, to me, it was regular, but to the world, it was very far fetched. So everything that I'm doing, I've said I was gonna do. I said I wanted to tour the world playing drums as a musician. I'm gonna work with. I remember saying I'm gonna work with Busta Rhymes. I'm gonna work with Jay-Z. I'm gonna work with so and so. I'm gonna work with so and so. I'm gonna be a part of Bad Boy. I'm gonna be, because Puff was like my idol, like I had the curly hair and the little part right here and the shades.
Did you dance like him?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Get your little two-step.
Yeah, man. So like,
He'd be like,
it was like a mission. Like, I gotta be a part of Bad Boy. I gotta be a part of the team, and everything that I said, came true.
Wow.
And it sounds cliche, and it sounds like, yeah, right, but
wait,
you
said everything you said came true?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta speak it into life.
You gotta speak. Wait, you worked with Jay-Z?
He spoke it all.
Yeah, we I've been touring with Trey Songz for 12 years now, and I think our second major tour was on the Blueprint 3 tour, and we opened up for Jay-Z on the Blueprint 3 tour. So we was out with Jay for like a month and a half.
When did you start playing the drums? Where did that come from?
Oh, that was in 4th grade. I went to another Catholic school.
So Catholic school
all my life.
Yeah. You had strict parents?
But it's great discipline. I'll tell you
My
that
best
much.
friend, her daughter, she's gonna be 5 this year. She has her in
No, it's amazing.
is it Holy Cross or it's by Soundview? I think I'm saying it wrong. But she has her daughter there. The tuition is. Sometimes she's like, oh Lord, but she realized the difference in her daughter's development. It's major difference, and versus people who go to public school.
Right.
Public school is going into shit. So. And they take out all of them, the extracurricular activities like
true.
music, art.
Right.
Music, I'm glad I have music.
They take it away, and I feel like if you take those activities away from the kids, you're taking away their dream.
Yeah.
You just want them to sit in the class and just be focused on math, reading, and writing. Let's be real, people don't
always do that. Yeah.
They go to school because they feel like, okay, I can express myself. I got dance class, I got gym,
right.
that. So if you take that away, what are the kids going to school for? So now they're going to look for that
another
love
outlet, in the wrong way,
or attention somewhere else.
It's interesting that you said how you left college, because like before you came, we was out there talking about the book that I'm reading called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki.
Kiyosaki.
So in that book, like I felt, at first I was intimidated reading that book. I'm like, oh my God, what's this book about? I skimmed through it when my friend gave it to me. I said, let me read one page, whatever page I fall on. And I was like, oh shit, okay, let me read this book. So, when he goes into the whole ideal of college and he breaks it down, it had me feeling good, because I'm the type that, I probably had conversations with Karina at work, like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to school, because sometimes you feel like maybe you do need a degree to feel accepted in society. But then when I'm around them doing this, I feel like, what the fuck I need school for?
Right.
Like it's no point in. Let me not say that. For some people, it's no point in college. If you're not going to be a doctor, a lawyer, or to be a CEO, even for a CEO,
or a nurse,
anything like medical, law, I feel like there's no point of going to school, because they're not teaching you how to make money work for you. They're teaching you how to work for 60 years, retire, and you better hope and pray your little settlement check is enough to pay your bills, or you're going to be like Uncle Ernest still working at McDonald's because he got to pay for his prescription.
That's what they want to do. They want to teach you the ancient history, BC. Like, what the hell we need to know that for?
It's bad that schools teach that, and I'm gonna get them on board, but my goal one of my goals for 2019 is to start a workshop where is strictly for girls, and I go into schools and I get the worst
baddest
group and try to fix them, because coming from Morris High School, I had teachers that did not give up.
Right.
When I guess it was something about me that they just felt like, Brittany, I'm not giving up on you.
Right.
That energy stayed with me. So now I feel like, let me do my due diligence and try to
That's what it's about.
Save the community, because it's like, it's cool to talk about it. We could talk about it all damn day. But then I start to look at people like, but what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? Like, people be on social media all day talking. But it's like, what are you doing?
All these, everybody's
like
philosophers
John,
now.
Yeah, like John said, everybody was on social media more than Nipsey Hussle. But John said, now, what is everybody going to do? You going to sit and cry about it?
Right.
Or you going to try to fix it?
Something. So, that's what I'm going to do. And
I
that's
like the fact that you still give back.
Yeah, I like that you give back, and that relates to like what you just said about like getting us like on board about you want to give back to the communities, like because one of my biggest goals is to always help young women and people who've been raped, sexually abused, molested, because I could help those women. Like we could share those same stories, we could go through that, and we could get through this together. I want to give you the tools that I didn't have. Like I want you to go to therapy. I want you to do that, because if I had that when I was younger, I promise you life would be different. You get what I'm saying? Like, but it takes a toll on you when you're older. So what is like one thing you want to tell the youth to help them like get through whatever tough times they're going through? Like what helps you get through your tough time?
I think, and it's kind of a difficult task, but I challenge everybody that's listening. It's about kind of like finding the positives of everything. Even finding the positives through the darkest moments. Somebody somewhere, has it worse than you. Like something that's just as simple as that. Okay, you got to let go from your job, but at the end of the day, you're still alive, you're still breathing, so you have life in your breath to create and to find another opportunity for work. You know what I'm saying? Like we can go through this all day long. You went through an unfortunate situation where, you may have been molested, you may have been raped, but you're alive. You don't have any disease. You don't, a child didn't come from that terrible situation. So I mean, it's just a way of thinking. And I think that's something that a lot of our youth is missing. And a lot of them don't have people to give them the time and the energy and attention that they need to just share something as little as that, with them. So like I'm really passionate about it. I know where I come from. I know the difficulty of it. But I also know that even though I came from there, even though I came from the slums, from the, where the drug houses are, the gangs, the violence, all of that, I'm where I am, I'm where I'm at today.
That's not true.
So it's like a challenge. Like, ain't no excuses. It's all about how bad you really want it. It's all about how bad you want to make it out. Some people are comfortable being where they are.
Some people,
you know what I'm saying?
With being stagnant.
Yeah.
Still, and I hate the fact that, especially in the Black community, when you feel like your purpose is so much bigger than the average shit you see, people have a way of making you feel like, oh, but you think you better than me.
Right.
No, you think I'm better than you. Because I didn't say I was better than you.
Right.
I'm just trying to be better than who I was yesterday.
That's right.
That's who I'm in competition with. It's just so bad, because sometimes I feel like that. Like, I feel like I'm like,
closed in.
I feel like I could be in a room full of people and I still feel like nobody get me.
You feel closed in?
Like, I just feel like, like, why am I here? Like, why? And this is why, like, I had a conversation with Jacquay.
Okay.
And he was like, Brittany, you gotta be at these events. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'd rather do this every Wednesday. Certain events I'll go to if they're small setting, but the big events, the club, I don't want to do that because I'm around fake love. You really don't want to see me do good. You smiling in my face, but I know when I'm not around you, like, man, Brittany thinks she's better than somebody. Like, so it's, I feel like the whole purpose of everything you're saying is people have to, like you said, people have to find that happy medium and being okay with being by themselves. Right. Because if you're not okay with being by yourself, you're not going to be okay at all. It's real. At all. Like, if you're not okay with the person you see in the mirror, it's true.
And I agree with you on the whole event thing. Like, I go through phases where like I want to be everywhere. And then I go through phases where I don't want to be nowhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Don't call me.
Yeah. And sometimes you gotta let people miss you, man. Like if you all over the place in everybody's faces every 5 seconds, people don't appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? They appreciate you more when you back up. You take a step back. You focus on what it is that you're trying to go after. What putting a situation for the schoolgirl. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You gotta like really. Sometimes you gotta disappear, man. I haven't been to an event in a long time, and it's like
because you working.
Part of me want to go, and then the other side of me is like,
I got work.
It's got to be beneficial.
Ooh.
Exactly.
It's gotta be beneficial. I don't need to be in there and just be the red carpet, take some pictures, take pictures with homegirl, homeboy, and then it's like nothing's really going on. It's a lot of picture taking. It's a lot of visuals out here. A lot of stuff online. See, back then when I came up, it wasn't no online. There wasn't no social media. There wasn't no internet. You had to really get out here and work. So a lot of people right now, in today's world are lookers. You know what I'm saying? It's like you look like you're doing something, but are you really?
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like you looking like you doing something, but everybody got a videographer. Everybody got a photographer now.
Are you putting in the work?
You can pay somebody $100 to take 30 dope pictures of you and post one every day.
Somebody came in with their own camera crew.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying.
I'm like,
hey, listen, man, it's easy. It's easy to have a new picture every day to post of yourself with cupcakes, or
make it look like you live in that.
But what are you really doing?
To make it look like you live in your best life.
You know what I mean?
It's like with everything you got going on, you work with so many producers. You work with so many artists, so many different people.
Mm-hmm.
What is some things you have going on for you coming 2019?
I actually I have a residency out in Vegas, so I'm actually out in Vegas every weekend. I play at a club.
I went to Dre's in Vegas, but listen. Last July 2018. Were you there?
Was I don't know about that. I was about to ask you, girl.
Migos was there. Migos.
Man. So you was probably so lit. You probably wasn't.
I was not lit at all.
You wasn't?
I was looking for my friends. I was sitting behind Mayweather in a VIP because somebody had grabbed me. You know how
money.
it is. It wasn't my VIP. Somebody grabbed me. They're like, "Come through." I was like, "All right."
See, I like this. You being 100 because most ladies being there videoing and taking pictures and everything. Like, look at my table, and it's like, man, they don't even know you, girl. So I like that.
Now listen, I got there late. My friends were all like in front of the stage, and I just wanted to see the performance.
Right.
So really, when I was in their VIP, like up on their seats, I was trying to look for my girl. They were like, "You want a drink?" No, I'm good.
Right,
and I'm just like, "Where my girls at?" Like,
so when you got there, were they already performing?
They were already performing. Like they had just started.
So you missed me because I do a set an hour before whoever's performing.
Somebody told you to do that all early. Now I miss you. I love Vegas though. Like Vegas.
I gotta come out, man. It's
When's your next show? How often are you in Vegas?
Every weekend. Only way I'm not out there.
You take a lot of flights.
Yeah,
you got a lot of miles.
Popping.
Yo, let me borrow some miles.
Miles are popping. I'm diamond right now in Delta, trying to get that $1 million miles.
Just the weekends.
Yeah, just the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like I'm out there this weekend. Fab is performing Friday. French Saturday. So
Memorial Day weekend is gonna be lit out there.
So it's lit out there every weekend.
Love Vegas, and I don't even club.
Nah, right?
Because I went to school for communication, so I have a different appreciation for the clubs over there.
Nah, it's different.
I went to, and I can't even, maybe it was Hakkasan or something, some other club. I went to Dre's the second night. The first night I went to another club. And they had so much going on, and I was just like, wow. They had dancers, people on stilts.
Right.
They had...
they keep you amazed.
The DJ Ruckus, shout out to him, because I love you. He was on stage like a rock star.
Wow.
Like with his
it's entertainment.
Pyrotechnics.
Oh, yeah.
The girls were in like the bottle girls were in like lingerie. Then they had dancers on top of the stage. Like it was lit.
It's a
they
movie.
Had the lights. Then they were throwing. They were passing around those sticks.
My birthday, but I chose Miami.
Was lit.
Miami.
Because you know what? When I went to Miami last year, I was pregnant, so I couldn't do nothing. That was my first.
Now, because you was too busy doing stuff before that.
So now, exactly. So now I'm going back to Miami.
No. You got it. When's your birthday?
July 11th.
Got it. Listen, y'all three.
Yes.
Got to make a trip to Vegas.
When are you finished with the residency? Because I love Vegas.
See, I normally set the schedule a month in advance.
Okay.
So like for this month, I'm doing this weekend. I took off next weekend because I wanted to see Justin Timberlake again.
He's gonna
be at the Mohegan Sun next weekend.
That's in Connecticut.
Yeah.
I used to live there. I just moved back.
So I took off for that.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Oh my God, I want to see.
I went and saw it. I went and saw him twice.
From New York.
It's a little bit. It's like
It's
2.5 hours.
On the train.
No, I'm talking. I drive.
Probably quicker.
I want to see Justin perform.
I don't take no.
Yo, it's the last 2 shows on the tour. It's next Friday and next Saturday. It's the last 2 shows on the tour. That's
I want to hear him.
Justin?
Yeah.
This one is singing. That's what you singing though?
We would have to sleep over though.
Yeah, you gotta.
Until the end.
Of course you don't mind.
I want to see Justin. He's gonna be hyped though.
He killed it.
I love Justin Timberlake.
And the stage and like.
And he could dance too. And I know he'll perform.
He could perform My Love.
We'll look into it. We'll look into it.
Yes, I want to go.
We'll look into it. We'll check it out. We'll be right back.
Yeah, see, you gotta move some stuff around.
Oh my God. Oh my God. See, this is why I hate when we have good guests because we just be sitting here talking like we on the sofa, got some snacks, and we are not at home. We supposed to be professional.
Listen, this man's track record, man.
I know.
I appreciate it,
He sent
man.
me his resume, man.
Oh my God, he did,
and it was a couple pages. I ain't never seen.
Humbly.
Who sent a press release without us asking?
Yeah.
Gotta be professional. Gotta be professional.
Very extensive.
Yes, it was.
Thank you very much.
So,
Very detailed, yes.
we gonna talk.
Listen, man, let's do a part 2. Oh no,
man.
man.
Leave yet because we
Oh,
got
no.
you get drop video.
Oh man.
So
We gotta talk. You got some
After
shit going
I
on.
talk, like I said, we gonna talk.
So we hate to kick Amadeus out, but
No, we're not kicking
man.
him out, okay?
Nice.
We're not kicking him out. Thank you
We're
so
not
much
kicking
for
him
stopping by the
man,
girls'
it's all
room.
love. It's all
I
love.
really appreciate you. Have no idea. Like, you have no
Thank you.
idea.
Y'all are doing y'all thing.
What's anything you have coming up in New York City that you want the fans to
Actually,
yeah, so we could come to
the Trey Songz Experience is performing live Mother's Day weekend, Saturday at same spot at the Mohegan Sun.
oh wow,
Oh, you got tickets, bro?
Oh.
I asked the right
Look, I
question,
was like-
sir.
I'm a mama. They not a mama. I'm a mama. So
hardworking woman in New York City. Fuck that.
Mohegan Sun holds everything, doesn't it?
Tickets available on Ticketmaster.com. StubHub.
That means he got tickets.
You know, I used to play the drums, so let me know what I gotta do.
He got
Because I
tickets
used to be
for us. He
real
just
good
can't
on the
tell us
drums.
right now.
You hear it?
I'll be his backup. I'll be his what's it called? His protege.
She don't even know what it's called. See?
Protege. I'll be his protege.
She don't know what it's called.
Protege. I said it.
Protege.
but yes, we are so thankful for Amadeus
Yes.
coming and talking.
Yeah, so make sure y'all come out Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, man.
Go
Mohegan
shop.
Sun, Trey
In
Songz,
Las
live.
Vegas,
All the
see him in
mothers.
Dre's an hour before.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever
Don't be
supposed to be there.
don't be throwing y'all panties at Trey.
Make
Oh, you know that's happening.
Do they literally do?
They really do that. Who the hell want to smell? That's nasty.
That
to me,
is
like,
nasty.
I'm sure it's clean. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to have it like, brand
You better
new.
have something in your pocket or something that throws holes, not the ones you was actually wearing. Nobody want to smell that. Nobody wants to smell that. Like, no.
But make sure y'all follow Amadeus on Instagram. Amadeus, shout out your Instagram.
Amadeus PBM, Platinum Boy Music.
Type him and you find it.
Yeah.
He's like
Amadeus.
really top one. And
They
you gonna
see
see
they gassing me
everything
up.
that he's been talking about.
See
No,
they gassing me
Amadeus
up.
is lit right now. So if you don't know him, you better get to fucking know him. You heard?
Yes.
Before Alcinet comes and gets you, clearly.
Okay, he's a JC fan. He's already good in my book.
We will be back in a second.
Be right back at the girls'
We
room.
ain't gotta talk about it if I don't wanna talk about it. But if I wanna talk about it, she's all ears. Say she really worried about it, but if I ain't really worried about it, she ain't really tripping on it, but she's still here.
And now we about to introduce our next guest, Culture Founder, the Culture Fuss Founder, Shabaka. Is here.
Shabaka, welcome Shabaka.
He's gonna kill us. He gonna ridiculous. I feel like entrepreneurs are always our best guests.
Yeah, that's what we like.
The books that I've been reading, they have been reading, and before the interview, we connected outside, and No, let me not say he read the book. He actually listened to the author speak. So I feel like you're on the same page. But I like entrepreneurs because y'all just have a different outlook on life. I love that.
You have the outlook about trying to get some money.
Trying
to get to the bag.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Shabaka. Right now I have a lounge in Brooklyn. I run a lounge in Brooklyn. I had one before that called Brownstone. The one I have now called 718 Live on Fulton and Franklin. We do little shows there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've always been kind of connected to DJs and artists that are coming up. That's the circuit that they run before they start, getting on the big stage and stuff like that. So I'm also the CEO of R&G, which is Rebirth Multimedia Group, which is the events company that is behind Culture Fest. And Culture Fest 2019 is the festival that we're doing April 20th in Williamsburg in Brooklyn.
Okay. Yeah, we was out in Williamsburg recently at Freshers event. Yeah,
that was not recent. That was January 30th.
Well, not recent. We was out there. We try to go out to Brooklyn here and there because it's so far.
It is so far.
Yeah. Like I hate when people invite me to stuff in Brooklyn. I'm like, Brooklyn.
Well, if you take the train, it's far.
Yeah, when you drive, it seems shorter.
But it shouldn't be that far to Williamsburg because
we got there quick driving. How long it took you? 15 minutes?
It did not take no 15 minutes, girl. Bye.
I think it's
maybe 30.
Yeah, maybe 30. Like it didn't take too long. But yeah, Brooklyn is definitely on the up and up. I will say that about Brooklyn. Brooklyn is just so damn far. I wish it wasn't so far. Then I will always be in Brooklyn because I know their food is amazing.
Oh my god,
that's the one thing I love about Brooklyn. They got that real West Indian Caribbean food.
We got a whole section of Brooklyn that's Caribbean.
Exactly.
Footprints. Shout out to Footprints on Canarsie. Shout out to Pane Vino on Smith Street. Love you guys.
And the Pink Teacup because I love that ratchet ass show.
Yes. And shout out to Peach. I think they serve Thai. I think it's called Peaches.
Peaches?
No. Peaches, I've done brunch there and I love it. There's another place that serves Thai and I think it's on Smith Street too. And I think it's called Peach. But love you all.
She only go to Brooklyn to eat.
Clearly.
I go to Brooklyn to eat.
Now, shout out to Brooklyn Town.
Shout out to Julia's Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, yes. The best cheesecake.
Best cheesecake in the motherfucking New York City. I heard. Okay.
All that.
Let's get into this interview. So, how did you get the idea to start the Culture Fest? Give us the rundown on, where were you when you came up with this idea?
All right. Well, like I said, I've done a lot of little small events at the lounge and stuff like that. So where we always have DJs coming in on the weekends, and we always have, artists coming in and performing. So as a matter of fact, we have one this Saturday, April 6th. We have a song, some singers coming in. So what happened was I started gathering up a lot of DJs and a lot of artists, and I realized that they do these platforms. They don't really have a major platform. Right. So I wanted to do something that would allow us to bring all of them in together. But I didn't just want to do a music festival or a music concert because everybody kind of does that. So I wanted to do something different. And I realized that Brooklyn really doesn't have a festival. New York City really doesn't have a festival.
Not really.
Besides,
the Summer Jam is in New Jersey.
It's in New Jersey, right? Summer Jam,
so it's not really considered a New York City event.
Right. And even Summer Jam and Powerhouse, those are music. It's more music, right? The festival that we created is way more than music. Right?
Okay.
So music is one part. We got a bunch of young artists that are coming up. Donnie Do-Rag, Jimmy Tense, Leaky Bands, 718 Spank. We got a bunch of the young guys, and then we mixed it together with Afrobeat. With Joanna, and he's hot right now. We got Funk Flex,
right.
We got Smoke Dizza, you know what I'm saying? So we mixed them all together to have like a nice show, but at the same time, we got urban artists. We got Uncaso, that, the whole Protect Your Heart, guy. We got him. We got Voodoo Fee, and they're creating the vibe for it. Like their artwork is going to be everywhere. And then we got fashion brands that are coming out to bring their merchandise in for people to see.
So it's really about the culture,
right? It's about the whole complete culture, and we got food. We got different food vendors to give everybody a different.
You sold me.
Yeah, she loves food.
Oh man!
And let's not forget. It's on April 20th, 420.
Oh,
so
yes. That is smart. That is smart.
What you're saying is going to be some
We're saying it
some
is
libations
and
that's my favorite holiday.
Oh, we definitely got to come out.
That's my favorite holiday. But y'all show face.
Yeah, we got to go. We gonna go.
So we got video games. It's a whole complex thing. The artists are going to be doing live artwork right there, doing a mural live. It's a lot. It's something. It's from 6 to 12, so it gives you an opportunity to do everything. To move around.
That sounds popping.
That does. That's first.
And
of all,
there's food. There's something for everybody.
Yes, I appreciate anybody who has a brain like you, because I just feel like we had a lot of events like these back in the 90s and the 2000s.
The block parties.
The block parties. And, that was going on for a certain amount of hours of the day. So it gave people something to look forward to. It gave kids something to do. And nowadays, they don't really have stuff like that no more. It's like it kind of took a back seat. So I appreciate entrepreneurs like you who always think about the youth and think about the community. It's not just about, let me do something so I can get some clout or I can get put on. It's more so you're thinking about, what can I do to help the community and give back and give them something to look forward to, something that they're going to keep talking about.
That's mainly what it is. It's about bringing exposure to a lot of the brands that really don't have exposure. Right. Like when you go there, you're not going to see the name brand Gucci.
That you already see.
You're going to see the street brands that you see everybody wearing.
Exactly.
And that's what we wanted to do. Take the music, take the food, take the fashion, take the artwork, and put it out there so that the smaller vendors and businesses have some type of exposure.
Right. Because networking is important. I tell people all the time, whether it's like a friend who feel like she wanna, step into this line of work where she feel like she wants to get into fashion or whatever the case is, I tell them it's important to network, because if people don't know who you are, you can't expect to put a product out and people's just gonna flock to it. Nowadays people really pay attention to your social media and people really pay attention to who you are. And if you're a nobody, it's kind of hard to really get people to rock with you. And as shallow as that sounds, it's really the truth, and can't nobody ever tell me like that's not facts. That's definitely I'm not gonna buy a product that I don't know nothing about, right? Because I'm gonna look at you like, well, how many people bought this product?
Well, it's funny you say that, because I tell people jokingly, but I say that people don't know what they want until Instagram tells them.
Facts, that's true. So social media tells them. Like, it's really true. Like, look at Fashion Nova. And I love to use Fashion Nova as an example, because nobody gave two craps about Fashion Nova until you seen Cardi B wearing it.
That's a lie.
Virgos
that is a lie.
It.
That's a lie.
I didn't care about
I was on Fashion Nova.
That's a lie.
I was on Fashion Nova before all them people was on Fashion
that's what I'm saying.
But what you're saying is true, because Fashion Nova used social media to build themselves.
But I was on them before that, though. I was
on them before that, though. You can see my cart. You can see my. I
love online shopping, and so Fashion Nova had really nice stuff, and I think what sold me was the 2-day delivery, which is a lie. The 2-day delivery.
See.
That sold me, and then once you get it and you see the quality, you're like, okay, I'm gonna buy some more stuff, but
not all their qualities.
The qualities,
we're not gonna bash. We're not gonna bash.
I'm not gonna bash.
Some of their stuff is really good.
No, some of the stuff is good, but some of the stuff is like,
you don't want to get sued. We don't want to get sued. I still order from them. I love them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm ordering for y'all for my summer vacation, so I ain't gonna talk about it.
I love y'all sales section.
Hello, 40% off.
Like, they do have good sales though. So let's get into the next question, Karina.
I'm sorry. So, what is one thing you would change about the hip hop community?
We be getting like so old. We be into
about the hip hop community. Honestly, and this is to me, I think it's a New York thing, right? I think that in New York, the hip hop community don't support each other like they do in other states. You know what I'm saying? Like down south, they're together. You know what I'm saying? In Houston and Texas, they're together. In Cali, they're together. In New York, everybody is kind of like in competition with each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't really support each other.
There's so many people, I think. Yeah. We have 8 million stories out there in the naked. The city is a pity. Half of y'all won't make it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody out here trying to get something. Yes, girl, you ain't the only Jay-Z fan. Okay, I heard the quote with
Cali is just as big, and they support each other.
They do.
Texas is just as big, and they support each other.
But what do you think needs to happen for this change to actually happen and take place? Because you know, I feel like New York City, it has come to a city where people like to follow. So if people see everybody hating on each other, that's what everybody gonna do. They gonna start hating on each other. People see people supporting each other. Now everybody want to jump on a bandwagon for supporting. So what do you feel like needs to really, really happen so people could get in tune with actually supporting each other, so that, you know, if one of us make it, we all make it? Like,
I actually, to be honest with you, I actually think it's happening. It to a certain extent. Like, I remember like about a month ago, maybe not even a month ago, when they just had the brunch in
Rock Nation.
Yeah, with Rock Nation. Yeah. You've seen a lot of people from different fields, everybody coming together. You know what I'm saying? And that's what needs to happen. The big guys at the top, they have to start taking everybody in and saying, yo, let's work together. Because if they started, everybody else is going to follow.
Yes. Oh, my God.
We're going to be at that Rock Nation brunch next year.
I hope so.
That's what the whole point of networking is. I feel like that's to like really connect with people in different areas and come together and like, okay, hey, let's work together.
Right.
Not always looking for opportunities, but looking for like ways that you could benefit others and they can help you too. Let's collaborate.
Exactly.
People don't want to do that because people are cheap.
And selfish.
Not only that, people don't respect the next person's talent.
Hard work.
Like for example, you see, I love lyricists. Like when it comes to hip hop, I love the lyricists, right? But I respect everybody's music. You know what I'm saying? But you got some people say, okay, these is lyricists, these is mumble rappers, these is this, and they try to like take away from the next person's shine by saying, okay, that's not really hip hop, or this is not really hip hop. When everybody has their own, you know,
way of doing it, that doesn't make it less hip. And that's the same way how I feel when I brought up to our other interviewer, person we was interviewing. I probably said that wrong. I feel like people be so quick to say Drake is a culture vulture because he get in tune with other other like culture of music.
Right.
He you know, he was on that Spanish
different
song,
genres.
You know, he does a lot of island music. You know, sometimes he'll get on with a pop track, you know. So people sit there, oh, Drake is a culture vulture. No, he's actually in tune with hip hop. And I don't understand how people could.
And it's not only that, that's what makes you a real entertainer when you versatile. When you if you do the same thing all the time,
people gonna get tired of you. They're gonna be like, what's new? Like, look at let me not say Little Kim, because, well, I mean,
she tried to do Spanish one time and it was not working.
It didn't work. So I'd rather just use Nicki Minaj. Look how Nicki Minaj did it. People kind of looked at her like when she introverted into pop. Oh my God, what's she doing? Now she's a pop artist. No, she was chasing the bag and it actually worked for her. She had little girls on freaking YouTube talking about, you got my heartbeat running. She had the little girls on Ellen. So I feel like you have to step outside of your comfort zone. I feel like that's the whole point of hip hop. You have to step outside of the boxes. If you don't, then you know, you're just gonna be a has-been.
And you gotta expand your skills. If all you're doing is one thing, then you know the next person that can do this, and this is gonna be better than you.
Exactly. Oh my God, I can go all day about this topic, but we can't do that tonight. But I wish I could.
We can. So, what is like some things that the Culture Fest is working on? What are some things we could expect from you from 2019? Like, do you have any events coming up?
Yeah,
besides the 420,
the 6 and the 420.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
The one this weekend, the 6th, that's really at 718. That's at my lounge, and that's its own thing because I have the lounge, and then I also have the event company, and then Culture Fest, which is kind of like all of them is kind of separate.
Yeah.
But we planning on doing a couple of more events. We do smaller events at small clubs, like SOBs and stuff like that.
Okay.
But we want to do. We want to get more into doing media. You know what I'm saying? Like movies, not movies, but events in which we can
introvert into like a movie type footage type situation.
You know what I'm saying? So we have an idea. We have a couple of ideas that we have on the table. I really don't want to.
Don't push it out. Don't speak on it.
But we're working on it, and I definitely think that when we do push it, it's going to be crazy. People are going to love it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, we happy for you. We're excited for you. We can't wait to see.
We're definitely going to see that 420
event. Say that. Yes, we're going to be at that event.
That's a holiday. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That is a national holiday for everybody. Well,
wait,
for us.
on that day, can you really go to Central Park and smoke weed?
Listen, go ahead and try it and see how quick they arrest you. You know they find it. Give them a reason.
I don't know
about Central Park, but I'm telling you about Culture Fest.
Yeah, we have a Culture Fest.
Like I said, we're going to have like a section set off for the smokers that, listen, we're not going to ignore the fact that it's 420. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're not going to ignore that fact. So we set it up so that if that's
cannabis friendly.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Cannabis friendly. I'm excited because I've been celebrating 420 for like the past 6 years. So I'm like great.
You celebrate that shit every day. Come on now.
I say it like the 420, the holiday.
I have too, and that's the thing. A lot of time, like every year,
does that help you like get through your stress, your depression,
like
anything you're going through? Is it that like
anxiety?
Your
no, it does. It does.
It
does because this is stressful. Like trying to put an event like this together.
Yes,
there's so many different moving parts and so many different things. I heard you asking earlier. Like, is the industry, like, shady and stuff? Yeah. And it is. Like, you deal with a lot of different shady people, and all they trying to do is get their money and run. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if they give you trash.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? They just want to get their little paycheck and go. Mm-hmm. So it's stressful trying to rein all that in and make sure that it goes correct. It's stressful
trying to find people who's on the same type of time as you. And my crew here and the guys inside, they can... attest to this, that I'm very passionate. And when it comes to things that I love and I'm taking away from my mommy time to give to something else.
Mommy time is over.
I tell people all the time, whatever I put my time into, I'm serious as hell about it. Because at the end of the day, I could spend this time with my child. I could spend this money on my child or on a bill or something because bitch got bills. So I tell people all the time, like, if we're going to do business and there's money involved, don't play me.
Right.
Because you're going to play yourself in the end.
Right. But it's not even just, and I mean, it is about the money, but it's even more than that. It's like if some people ain't here to get a check, right? And some people ain't here to really build something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to build your company. You want to build a brand. You want to build something that's going to give to the culture.
Exactly.
Like, that's one of the reasons that, and may he rest in peace, that Nipsey, right, his death is so hurtful because he wasn't just a rapper. He was a rapper that was changing the culture. Right. He was adding to it by saying, okay, I'm going to change my neighborhood. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. He was contributing in a way that a lot of rappers don't do. You know what I'm saying? So
they just talk about it.
Right. So his death is
it's very sad.
It's very traumatic because, like you said, it's not a lot of people trying to do what he's doing. And the fact that people would kill somebody like that. And it's been going on for years. Look at Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Sandra Bland.
Right.
People... let me not say people.
But
let me say this.
Activists.
No, let me say this right. The government, they don't want us... They don't want change because... We've been designed for a certain way so that they can make money. They can eat at the end of the day, but what's so bad about it, and like I said, the thing was today, empathy. The government don't have empathy for all the freaking families that they're breaking apart. Like, even the book, The New Jim Crow. Right. I have yet to finish that book because it's so much information in that book. I'm not even going to hold y'all. I'm scared to finish reading that book. I read it. Because I feel like when you know too much, you can't say too much. Because then you become a target. And those are the type of people that the government is killing off. They don't want nobody like Nipsey Hussle. They don't want nobody like Sandra Bland, Martin Luther King. They don't want people like that around because they know if they have a lot of people like that around, a lot of shit is going to change. Well, certain money that's coming in is going to stop.
That's another thing that I'm doing. I have a community center in Brownsville in Brooklyn called the Day 2 Multi-Purpose Center. And what we do is we provide services for the community. You know what I'm saying? We have everything from substance abuse, domestic violence, gang intervention, reentry programs for people coming home. Like, we provide those services for the people.
That's dope. Shout out to you. That's dope.
I love hearing people give back to their community. I think that's like the most important thing. Like,
that's what they're doing it in Brownsville.
Yeah, Brownsville.
Well, I was born in Brownsville. I mean, raised
so
up
you
in
already
Brownsville.
know.
I'm actually in my neighborhood. Growing up, I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Brownsville was Brownsville. When Brooklyn was Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
So you already know.
Is it gentrified yet?
Most of it. Like a lot of Brooklyn isn't what it used to be. Yeah. It still goes through its little
here and there.
But it isn't what it used to be, and it's making it even worse because now that it's gentrified, they come at you quicker for the littlest things.
Exactly.
Like, things you could get away with
just
before.
They're trying to get a
different
demographic of people in that neighborhood, and which is sad because I feel like you can't forcefully make people change just because you put in some Caucasian or Jewish people in a neighborhood. You cannot do that because
it's not for people to change. It's for people to move out and move out the way.
But my thing is with the government, y'all did this. Y'all put the drugs into these communities, and now to see that the communities are so effed up, now y'all want to, we need to put more money back in this community. So you know what? We're gonna tear down the project.
But that's what they was designed to do.
To move you out
the way.
Yeah, that's what they want to do. That's what they that was the plan.
It's not gonna go as planned.
They had a plan, and the plan was, to get us out the way, to move the culture, the black community. Everybody
I feel like the plan is dumb as hell.
And the plan is dumb because as individually, we're nothing, because we don't have that much say. But together as a unit, we have so much power. We could really come together and do a lot. You get what I'm saying?
But if people keep depending on social media, technology, watching the news,
it's gonna be difficult for us to move on.
And plus, a lot of people don't have the fight in them. Yeah. They rather just move down south. Let me just leave,
whatever.
And
the cost of living is cheap, but it's like you just gonna give up.
Yeah, what you wanna do?
Yeah.
Like my mom called me the other day. I'm gonna go back down south. New York is not making me happy. I said, wait, so you're gonna move because New York is not making you happy, and you're gonna go to another state, and you think you're gonna find happiness there?
She might, because New York is stressful.
I feel like if you're not happy within yourself, you're not gonna find happiness anywhere.
Nah, but New York brings out different sides.
It does. Because I take the train.
The air ain't clean. Like it's a concrete jungle. You don't see no plants and barely any
everything
trees.
Is
and
so
congested. And
you need a Prozac.
I've been outside. I've been outside of the New York for a couple of times. I just moved back, and Connecticut is beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Connecticut. I've lived in Connecticut. I've lived in Florida. It's just anyhow you leave or upstate, anyhow you leave, like it's different.
It's better.
It's way different.
It's way different. Long Island
people are so rude.
The cost of living might be more, but you also make more money in New York than you will anywhere else.
Definitely do. That's why I don't want to.
But in New York, in order to be like above water, you be having to go above and beyond, have 2 jobs and all that. And down south, you don't get paid as much, but you'll have your one little rink-a-dink job and still be living way better than you live here.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, it's really
It's just how you balance.
Yeah, there you go.
There's no way you can afford a nice place here with what you work in. You could go to another state and afford way more and not be like killing yourself.
But you really gotta think about in other states, the rent, the wage, everything is lower.
Everything is lower.
Yeah, everything is
but
lower.
But still,
down
your job won't be having to try to
rob Peter to pay Paul.
You know what I'm saying? Like rent here is ridiculous. Rent here is ridiculous. Out there, here is like people living with their parents for longer. You leave, you go to another state, you living on your own. You work in a decent job.
That's why Mexicans and Africans they be in a 1-bedroom apartment for years. They don't play that shit.
When you 30, you out. Right?
We were talking about studios for $2,000. Like where am I supposed to stuff my roommates to afford $2,000? Like I would be a whole lawyer living in a studio. Like really?
For $2,000.
You could have a master's, be working as a teacher. Because you need a master's to be a teacher. Yeah. Even if you're making like $60,000 a year, you still can't afford a studio in most places. That's ridiculous. Like, and you educated. It's not even like I just came out of high school and let
me tell you something. I'm renting a room right now with a friend who's like family. So I thank God for her because when I look at the rent prices in the Bronx, I'm like.
And mind you, you have a decent job. Like a lot of people wish they got paid as much as you do, and we still can't. But if you move to another state, you'll be able to afford way more.
And that's what, and like you said, that's people. They moving people out because they tore down all the projects, and then they build up these condos that cost crazy. So you can't even live there.
It's gonna be a rich man's playground. This is what New York is gonna become.
But even a rich man don't want to be out here because I be watching them shows, the flipping shows or whatever. If you step on my boo one more game, messing up my
people who work in Wall Street, they usually live in Connecticut.
Yeah, they don't want to. It's too expensive.
Or Jersey, or like who's really living here?
But we done got into this
topic
a little too much. But before we close out, Shabaka, just tell everyone what's to be expected for 2019, what you got coming up, your social media platforms, where they can find you at, the information about the your program in Brownsville, because people need to know about that.
Let me know about the event this week and the one next week.
All right, this week we have at 718 Live, which is 1114 Fulton Street in Brooklyn. We have a show. Billy wrote it, who is one of the singers there. I think I gotta look at the flyer. I think Lady Luck and all of them is gonna be there.
Oh, also. Lady Luck.
Okay. It's gonna be a couple of people there. So that's this Saturday. Of course, we got Culture Fest, which is April 20th in Williamsburg. It's in a big location. The capacity is like 2,000, so expect a nice crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like I said, we have everything there: music, food, art, fashion. You know, smoking sections.
That's what I said. Can we come?
Yes, definitely. You have to for that. Check out Culture Fest NYC. That's the Instagram page and that's the Facebook page. Also, you could get tickets in the link there, or you could go to culturefestnyc.com and get tickets there. You have to get tickets. It's advanced tickets only, so we won't be selling tickets at the door.
Oh wow.
We have my community center is called the Day 2 Multipurpose Center. It's in Brownsville, and my Instagram page is sha_DA_boss.
Okay. Everybody follow him. Check out all things.
Because the boss is in the building.
Okay, we love when we have the entrepreneurs.
Yeah, we do. We appreciate you for coming. Thank you so much.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yes, you made us feel so comfortable. Thank you for sharing all your insights about everything.
And I hope to see y'all.
You want to see us on 420?
You don't even know. I'm coming.
But best of luck to you right now. Your endeavors. Yes. Thank you so much for stopping by the girls' room. And we will see y'all next time. This is...
I'm A. Monet.
I'm Bree with the T.
And I'm Karina with the K. Okay.
And we are the girls' room.
Fuck it up. Ew. Fuck it up, bitch. Fuck it up, sis.
At the girls' room, at the girls' room, at the girls' room, at the girls' room, at the girls' room.